everybody, welcome back to our channel. So I'm going to do my weekly review of my personal budget worksheet. For those of you joining me for the first time, hey, how y'all doing? My name's Shakema. I'm a single mom and I'm also a Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University graduate. I took Dave Ramsey's class over 7 years ago and I've been doing the baby steps ever since. I am now working on what I've always done is my monthly budget. I never go a month without budgeting. With that being said, over the past couple of months, I found a new budget sheet that works so well for me. What I do is I do my monthly budget on this first sheet, and then it breaks down my weekly spending. So one of the things that was very important to me was to see where I was spending money each day of each week, and the sheet that I was using previous did not do that for me. So again, if you're new to my channel, I'm using the MYMT personal budget worksheet tracking weekly expenses, and this was a sheet I was just doing a Google search. This came up. When you click the link, it gives you a direct download, so you do have to have Microsoft Excel, and you can also open this sheet in Google Sheets. With that being said, if you don't have Excel, you may not be able to use it unless you do have Google Sheets. So I was helping a client do their personal budget for the month of June, and they did not have access to Excel, but they did have access to Google Sheets. They were using a Chromebook and it opened for them in Google Sheets. So I'll leave a copy of this link in the description box below. And I'm going to get into the budget. I do know I'm a week late. We're actually into week 2, but I'm going to recap for us week number 1. So the first thing you're going to see on my budget sheet, again, is my income categories. And you're going to see two specific things. You're going to see what I budget and then what I actually bring in or make for the month. I get paid the very last working day of the month, and actually for the month of May, which is my June budgeted money, it's my last paycheck that I'll receive until the end of August. So with that being said, my payroll deposit was $2,848.33. Now, for those of you who are not sure what your monthly budgets or your payroll deposits might be, you don't even have to fill out this income section to be able to use this budget sheet. What I would do if I were someone who was unsure about my monthly income, or if I had irregular income, I would still come down and fill out the rest of the budget sheet in my expenses. So in column B, I've just gone in and filled in my expenses, either because I know what they already are and they're fixed, or I've gotten a bill in the mail, or I use last month's numbers. And so what I do is I'll go ahead and put in my budgeted amount. I also put in my projected budget, and my budget plus all of my expenses should equal a zero-based budget. So I projected $2,848.33. All of my expenses equaled up to $2,848.33, leaving me with a zero-based budget. So once I know that, because again, I could either use my last month's budgeted amount, or I can just go ahead and simply put in my expenses, which is going to tell me about how much money I'm going to need to have, which is what I did with my client. She had no regular income coming in. So I said, let's just fill out your expenses to see how much money you have to make to cover expenses. And as she started to get in income sources, she then began to put them in, and she could actually see where monies were going. For the month, for my payroll deposit, I actually did get $2,848.33. We have an online portal that we can go in about a week before to see what our payroll is pending. And so I was able to go in and look, and that was my payroll for the month. I never budget for kids' deposits because the way it runs, I'm not sure when it's coming. I'm not sure if it's coming. I'm not sure the amount. Yes, I have an amount that is supposed to be, but over the last several months, it's been totally irregular. It's been not anything that I expected. It comes in different pieces and portions. So I'd rather take my payroll deposit, what I make, and do my bills and my expenses. After that, on my actual side, if money comes in, then I'll put it in a category. If it doesn't, then I'm not expecting that money. Thereby, I'm falling short on my bills. So you're always going to see kids' deposits go in the actual column, not in the budgeted column. Also, I've not budgeted in any YouTube or AdSense because I did not receive any last month. I am not sure if I will receive any this month, so I don't put that in the budgeted category. I have not been on any trips lately, so I don't have any travel reimbursements. And then unexpected gifts, monies, blessings, or funds transfer, I keep that there, but I actually put that in. So for kids' deposits so far in the month of June, I've gotten $432.92. That came in 2 separate deposits. It was not normal at all, so it did kind of throw me a little bit, but I did add that in. It came in just in time because the kids have camp. The $20.75 was a funds transfer. I actually cashed out my Ibotta, which is a money savings app for your groceries. I had saved up enough on my groceries. You can cash out at $20 on Ibotta, and so I did go ahead and cash out $20.75, which gives me now a total income of $3,302. So once I have my budget sheet set up for the month, then I go into my weeks. So every week I want to determine how much money I'm spending, what day of the week I'm spending money on. You know, am I spending too much on the weekends? Am I spending too much during the weekdays? Is week 1 heavier than week 3? I'm just trying to figure out what my weekly expenses are. So the last day of the month was May 31st, and that was this Thursday. So there were 2 days. There was 1 day left of the 5th week of May. So I went ahead and added in June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd, and then I started over again for the week of the 1st week of June, because I didn't want to add it on the 5th week, because I'm not going to let money sit in the bank until the next following business Monday. If I get paid on Thursday, I'm paying bills as soon as or as quickly as I can. So for this 1st week of May, it's going to count in the last day. For the 1st week of June, it's going to count in the first day, the last day of May, and then it's going to start over. So I just didn't have an extra week's worth. I just put everything on this 1 week. So my mortgage was $909.95. I went ahead and paid the mortgage. My heating or my air conditioning was $84.43. My water bill was $51.74. Those 3 bills are paid via online. So here was an unusual expense, and I actually paid this bill on June the 5th. See, I paid my mortgage on May the 31st, but I actually paid this bill on June 5th. So every 3 months we have a pest control company come out, and they spray the exterior of our house just to keep pests down, you know, bugs and stuff from outside. And I had actually forgotten that this was the month they were coming. So I had an unexpected expense of $75 for our 3 months worth of spray. So I did have to pay that. My telephone insurance was $8.53. I paid that. And then my internet bill was $69.99. My lawn care. So for my lawn guy, I usually pay him cash. He cuts my grass twice a month. It's rained so much in the month of June that my grass is growing like crazy. So he's already cut my grass once. And what I do at the very beginning of the month, or whenever I get my deposit, I'll go ahead and take out his $60, which is for 2 grass cuttings a month, in cash. I have that in a cash envelope for him. And so that way when he comes, I'll pay him $30 one time and then $30 the next time. But I allocate for the full $60 because I pulled it all out in cash. And then here's an extra expense for lawn care for $14.13. I had to remulch the front of the house where we have some hedges and different bushes. So we pulled out the old mulch, and then I bought some weed killer or some stuff to make natural weed killer, and then the new bags of mulch. So that cost me $14.13 at Walmart. Moving down to my regular payments, these are the things that I know are coming all of the time. My student loan is $156.10. Now that was specifically just my payment, and actually I paid ahead so much that my next payment is not due until the end of August, but I'm still paying. Every month I'm paying something. I'm hoping to pay a little extra this month, but I don't see that happening in the month of June or the month of July unless I get a Google AdSense payment, because I use that money after I pay tithe. I go ahead and put that towards my student loan. So far I have not received anything, so I just paid the base payment of $156.10. My Amazon Prime came out at $13.12. And then my PureFlix, which is the Christian version of Netflix, is $7.99. My HealthWays Gym, which is a program through Blue Cross Blue Shield, will let you join any gym in their network. And you can go to as many gyms as are in their network. All you have to do is pay your $25. It's actually $29 now. I'm set. I can get a lanyard from every gym in their network in my city or the next city over, wherever I'm willing to drive to. I'll get a lanyard and I can go to that gym. There's no extra hidden fees. I pay this directly to my health insurance, and they take care of the gyms themselves. So as long as they're in network, I can go there. So that came out at $25. Now, the month of May was Refer a Friend month. And so I referred someone, and when they get their second month in, I'm going to get a free month for my HealthWays. This month of June, coming around the middle of June, will be their second month. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a free month in the month of July because I referred one friend. So that's going to help me out as well. My normal Taekwondo for the month, for the 2 kids plus mom, we can go 5 days a week. We can stay there for a couple hours at a time. It's $325. So I paid the normal $325. Well, when kids money came in, because I let the kids do 1 camp a year, they do Taekwondo camp. It is 8 to 4 for 5 days a week. For 5 days that week, 8 to 4. Lots of activities, all their lunch and everything is provided, but it's $199 per child. Now, I could have split that payment, but it had to be paid by today, which is June 15th. And so I just decided to go ahead and take that money and pay it. I had to add a little bit to it because it wasn't quite enough, but it is paid and the kids are ready for camp. I am in Bible seminary, so my seminary fee is $50 a month. I paid that. And then for my sinking funds of my P.O. box, I took out $5. And then for Gracie's yearly shots we're saving up, I took out $10. So that gave me regular payments of $990.21. Back up to my housing expenses, that gave me a total housing expenses of $1,273.77. And then adding that into my regular payments of $990.21. Now, going back here to my groceries. Groceries is very simple for us this month. Groceries is the last line item that I fill in because I fill in what's left after all the bills are paid. So if I only have $50 that's left after all the bills are paid, that's what I have for grocery money for the month. However, some people might say, well, that's a little bit cheap. Yeah, it is, but I know how to coupon. So as long as I can coupon, whatever I have for groceries is what I have for groceries, and I'm okay with that. For the month of June, we had $148. Divide that by 4 weeks, it's $37 a week. But I did get a kids deposit, so I actually took out $40 extra because we were having a Super Doubles event. So whenever we have Super Doubles, I shop as much as I can to make sure that I can stock up on a lot of good deals. So that actually bumped our grocery budget up to $188 for the month. And so I went ahead and took out $148, but what I did was divide it by the 4 weeks. So every week, weeks 2, 3, and 4, you're going to see $37 for groceries. I just divided it up, I put it in my envelope, and it's already there. I didn't want to say $148 because it would seem like the next 3 weeks I didn't have any grocery money. And that's not true. I actually have it for, I break it down by the weeks. So I just wanted to make that change on my sheet. And for some reason, $2.63. I needed something from the grocery store. I'm not sure what that was, but I did not budget for that, so that was an extra expense. These two, the $37 and the $40, I had cash. So that $2.63 I didn't have cash for, but I'm not real sure what it was. My Weight Watchers is $19.95. My original intent was to cancel my Weight Watchers membership and then join the next day because they had a really good sale. It was like $5 and something a week for meetings and the online portal. However, the day that I was going to cancel it, the price jumped up again. So now it's over $8 and something a week, which is going to put me roughly at about $32, which is way more than I'm paying right now. So I'm just going to wait until the joining fee goes down again, and then I am going to cancel Weight Watchers one day and rejoin it the next day for the cheaper rate. So I'm just waiting for the cheaper rate. Okay, going down to personal expenses. Oh, that gave me a total food balance of $99.58. Personal expenses, we didn't have a lot of personal expenses, but I did have hair care. Jackson needed to get a haircut, so Big Brother came over and took him. I pulled the money out for that on a Friday. He actually got his haircut on Saturday, but I still pulled the money out on Friday. So that was an expense I hadn't necessarily counted on, but we had to cover. Gracie gets $60 a month, usually for her food and for her bath. So far I've just gotten her food, and then she will also get a bath, but I do have money in her envelope. And now that the weather's getting warmer, the kids and I will probably just wash her in the yard. We'll just save the money. But I do need to get her nails trimmed. So we will get her nails trimmed even if we give her a bath ourselves. I don't trim her nails. I let the groomers do that. So we may have to still get her nails trimmed. For Walgreens and CVS couponing, I have not couponed at Walgreens and CVS for the last 3 or 4 weeks, but I did take the money out just in case I decided I wanted to do it, and I just haven't had the time. Now that school is out for Mom, I will have a little more time to put towards that couponing, and so I did take out my $10, and that gives me my personal expenses of $85 for week 1. Now, gas. Gas is killing my life, actually. We're at about $2.75, $2.79 per gallon, and that's for the cheapest gas. So I had budgeted in $120 for the month, which is clearly not enough. And I'm not sure why. It's just not. But so far, and I had to get gas twice in this week, $29.92. And I normally only get gas once a week. And then I had to get gas again for $30 on Thursday. So my gas is at $59.92. And that was for week 1. I'm already in week 2, date-wise. And I think I've already gotten gas multiple times as well. So gas is not my friend right now. Now for tithes and offerings, this is my last budgeted category, but it should be first. Of course, I pay it first. So out of my regular paycheck, and I do tithe off of my gross earnings, $485. And then when I got the kids deposit, $30. And then I got another deposit of $140 something. So it was $15. And then I had an extra $5. I think it was from my Ibotta. So I just added that $5 in here and made that $20. So far for the month of June, $535 is tithe. And then for gifts, I bought a gift, but I'm not exactly sure what it was that I bought or who I bought it for. And I'm thinking I might have just given somebody $10 because I can't remember that I bought something. But $10 for a gift, and then $5 was blow money. So all in all, for the first week of June, I have spent $3,058.48. So if I go back to my budget sheet, I have $3,302. But I've already put in my grocery money for weeks 2 and 3 and 4. So you're not seeing that here because this is just week 1's total. So if you go to week 2, you will see it there. So if I go to the bottom of my budget sheet, which I normally do, and as I put things in on the weeks, once you put it in on the weekly sheet, it will populate to the actual column. So as I go down to the bottom of my sheet, what I'm going to see now, how much I've spent is $3,132.48, leaving me with $169.52, which is really not a true number because I still have to go in and put in some week 2 expenses. So this is probably going to be about $12 after I get through putting in week 2 expenses. But that's just how it is. My biggest thing is making sure that the bills are paid. I don't necessarily have to have extra money in my account. It always helps, especially when you have unexpected expenses. But if I can know that my bills are paid, they're paid on time, and we have grocery money, I'm good. So a lot of people say, well, Shakema, how do you do it, or why do you do it? The reason is I want to make sure that the bills are paid on time. I don't wait until the due dates, because a lot of my bills come due the middle of the month. I go ahead and pay them when I get paid. That way I'm not tempted to have that money in my account. Then I'll say to myself, okay, well, I'll wait for kids' deposits to come through and I'll pay something else. Well, I don't do that. What I do is I just go ahead and pay my expenses out of my paycheck. And if kids' deposits come in, then I'll, allocate those funds the way they need to be allocated. So right here, I still have to pay my cell phone bill, which is $100. So that's automatically going to take that number down to $69. Alana had to get an unexpected prescription. That was $25. So it's going to continue to go down as I begin to fill in for weeks 2, 3, and 4. And again, there's not much wiggle room because I do have to pay my cell phone bill and put in those other few expenses. But anyway, that is week 1 in review. I do hope that was helpful for you. I know some people ask me, questions. And if you wanted to tell which day of the week you actually spent the most, you could actually go down to the bottom of your sheet and you could see that I actually spent the most money on Thursday, which was $2,048.81, because that was the day I got paid. So because I got paid on Thursday and I go ahead and pay my bills that day, I actually spent more money on Thursday than any other day. And that follows me up the next Monday when I was paying a few more bills. So this sheet just allows me to see my daily spending and my totals, and I do like that. So anyway, that is budget week 1 in review. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It just says, hey, we like your video. If you're new to our channel, hit the red subscribe button. We love to keep you as a part of our YouTube community. Also hit the little bell. That way you never miss an upload from us. Thank you so much for stopping by our channel. And until next week's week in review, bye now.